Hello, my name is Star. I am your friendly neighborhood go-go dancer, and we are back with another episode of That's a Stretch. And I know that I've been meaning to, I'm just gonna get started with stretching. So I know that I've been putting off the episode That's a Stretch where I talk about bad client experiences. But honestly, I don't really have a whole lot of bad customer experiences, like none that I feel like are outside of the realm of like what people assume are bad experiences for like go-go dancers or even like any adult performers like strippers as well. Like I feel like I don't have enough experiences to make a full That's a Stretch episode out of, which is a convenient segue into the fact that I don't know if I have enough to talk about this particular topic for a full That's a Stretch episode for this. But if I don't, I can just, keep this forever locked away in my camera roll. But anyways, let me get into today's topic, which is size inclusivity in the adult performer world. A couple months ago, I made a haul video with a bunch of clothes, shoes, accessories for my go-go dancing job. I wanted to try out a bunch of brands that I've been seeing on my Instagram feed and whatnot. I didn't have, before ordering a bunch of stuff, I had maybe 4 outfits that I kind of rotated through, and I wanted to find more stuff, particularly stuff that was dedicated to go-go dancing and pole dancing, because let me start with the problems that I had with the outfits that I had at the time. I don't understand why when they make bottoms for pole dancing, raving, they make them short. When you buy a small, medium, or large, they only increase the waistband and the leg size. They don't increase the height of the fabric. Let me help you visualize why that's a problem. Here's your back, and your butt might go out that far. When you're a large, your butt might go out that far, and that contains more volume, and you need more height in the garment in order to cover it, or else your crack is literally coming out. There was this one place that I typically go to called Venus Unveiled in Minneapolis, and I don't blame them necessarily for these problems with garments that I consistently found at their place. I mainly blame the brands. They were just carrying what was available. I'm blaming what was available and companies that would make these garments. I tried something on that was a small or a medium or something, and I typically am a small or medium when shopping for normal clothes, so I just picked up a small. I'll show actually what it looked like because it was so ridiculous. I have it saved in my Snapchat. It was the size for a child, which is frightening to think about considering I was shopping for clothes for adult performance. Let me move on to the gripes that I have when I was looking for outfits for that haul video. If you notice, in that haul video, only half the things fit. So I remember I bought 3 outfits. I think only the tops fit and all the bottoms didn't. And honestly, the tops were pretty snug for me, but I was okay with it knowing that they'll stretch out over time. I got all the tops in a medium, and for perspective, I am typically a 34B in bra sizes. I feel like a 34B should not be a medium for go-go dancers and adult performers. I consider that cup size to be around a small or a medium, because I can't imagine someone who is upwards of a double D being able to find a whole lot of stuff on those websites. It's very easy to be a double D or larger in the go-go dancing industry or the stripper industry or whatever, adult performance industry. The only thing that was really adjustable for those brands was the string top. And if you're a double D, even if you're like a C or larger, you want stuff that has support. A string top will not have the support that you need. Now let's get into the bottoms that I ordered from these places. So for the black set, I specifically ordered a large because I know that I tend to run small, medium on top, medium to large on bottom. So I ordered a large, and that was still too small for me. For whatever reason, I think for like the white set that I bought, I ordered a small for whatever wild reason. I don't know what I was thinking when I did that. I couldn't even get those white bottoms on my body. And I'm just thinking like, who is this for? I'm 5'1", I'm usually around 135 pounds. I am like a pretty small woman. I'm not saying this to make other women feel insecure about their size. I'm not saying this to make me feel better or worse about my size. I'm just stating, as an American woman, I am pretty dang small. I was pretty surprised to see that I had to size up so much, more so than I normally have to. Regular fashion is already skewed. I should not be a large. I don't think my measurements are the average large American. If you looked at a gradient of the average size women, and like you took the measurements of every single woman in America, and you divided it up into extra small, small, medium, large, extra large, double X, I don't think I would fall into the large percentile, and that's just being honest here. I'm not trying to make anybody feel bad, I'm not trying to make myself feel better. Then you have go-go dancing brands saying that I am an extra large. And I think that's perplexing to me, because I would think that if you're going to be providing clothing for people who are adult performers and sex workers, I would think that you would be more inclusive than average women's brands, because you're making these for mostly women and for women who are notably marginalized in society. And I would think that you would want to make them better for people. Then again, you could make the argument that just because they're making these for sex workers and marginalized people doesn't mean that capitalism doesn't apply. They don't play by social justice rules. And if I'm an extra large, what does the average woman have to go up to a 2X? Do they have to go up to a 3X? Do they carry a 3X at these places? And what does someone who is larger than the average woman, like, are they even going to be able to find their size on these websites? And I don't know about you, but I think the general trend in America for adult performers is having larger than average butts. I don't know what you're into, but that is just the trend that I have been seeing. So how are you going to demand more big-bootied women in this market, yet not make clothes for them? And I'm not saying this to like for pity for myself, because like I could find my size, and extra large is not that difficult to find on these websites. I'm saying this for the people that go on these websites knowing that they're usually an extra large and then end up ordering an extra large, doesn't fit, order a 2X, doesn't fit, and there's no 3X for them. And those people should have access to good quality pole dancing clothes. And that's not me getting into the men's world. They literally have 2 brands of clothing. Unfortunately, I don't see a world where plus size adult male performers exist. At least not right now. I want it to. And here's the thing, I only literally know one adult male performer brand of clothing. I just know that it exists. I know nothing about the brand. I don't know what its inclusivity looks like. I wouldn't even begin to know how the sizing for that works. I wouldn't know the little ins and outs of what to look for, what people want, what people don't want with that. I can tell you all about women's clothing and how like stuff with volume, stuff with cup sizes, stuff with support, but I can't tell you like anything about men's clothing and like how it does or doesn't fit them right. And I'm assuming that there's a lot less adult male performers, like male strippers and male go-go dancers out there compared to women. And I would love to know if any of them are subscribed or following me or watching this. I would love to know what looking for clothing for that job looks like. I just mainly wanted to address the like weird skewed problem when it comes to the clothing side of go-go dancers and strippers, because I was surprisingly disappointed is what I would describe it as. And I think it's on track to getting worse if something doesn't change soon. Well, okay, that was me complaining about size inclusivity for adult performers. I would like to know, anybody in the comments, have you experienced this type of problem? Have you seen this problem? Especially from people who are considered plus size. I really want to know where you go to shop for clothes and what you want to see from these brands, or people who are like me, where you don't look plus size, but the brands think that you are plus size. I really want to know if you've experienced that problem. I hope everybody out there has a good night, and I'll see you next time. In the next episode of That's a Stretch, maybe I will actually talk about bad client stories, or maybe I'll come up with something totally different and you gotta wait another week. Maybe that'll just be like the general running joke / meme of this series, is that I never actually talk about bad customer stories. I just keep pushing it off to the next one. Anyways, that's enough rambling for me today. See you guys next time. Bye.